What's up guys, it's Salvajee from the Salvajee Cartel, and in today's video I'm doing my first episode of Salvajee Speaks. I'm probably going to have this series going on for a while. Maybe this is only my only episode. I don't know, people always tell me that I should share my knowledge on YouTube every time I talk to them about following their dreams or any of that stuff. And yeah, this is something that's been on my mind recently, and I pretty much want to talk about it. And mainly, what I'm going to be talking about it's why I love dreamers and why I consider myself to be a dreamer, and what I think about pessimist, realist, opportunist, and dreamers. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so before I start talking about this, I just want to say that yeah, these are just my opinions. These are just some things that I've had in my mind, and I want to share it on YouTube because I feel like on YouTube I can definitely, I guess, sort of reach more people other than, just randomly sitting in one of my class and talking to one of my classmates that I didn't even know that well, and then I guess sort of inspiring them because, like I said, I've had some people that I've talked to and they say I inspire them in a way and I should be making sort of these types of videos on YouTube. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the pessimists first and what I think about them, why I stay away from them, why I don't like pessimists, all that stuff. Now, but the pessimist is pretty much a person that's going to look at everything negative. It's probably one of the most negative persons that are in your life right now. Probably one of the people you should stay away with the most. Pessimists are usually people that no matter what you say or no matter what you do, they're still going to look at the negative side of things. They're still going to be thinking very, very negative. These are usually people that can't really sort of find light in their life, so they pretty much want to bring you in into their darkness. Now, the reason why I stay away from pessimist people, it's not because they're going to bring me down or they're going to sort of motivate me to give up on my dreams. It's because I really just don't want to attract their negativity. I don't want any of their negative thoughts in my mind. I don't underestimate the law of attraction. And yeah, I really just don't want to be having that negativity around me when I could be having positive things around me instead. Now, I used to believe that it's okay to be around pessimist people, mainly because there has to be a good and bad side, a yin and yang, sort of like a balance. But mainly, the main reason why I would stay around pessimist people is because I would want to help them. I want them to become a dreamer, but you can bring a horse to the well, but you can't force him to drink water, like the quote says, or I think that's how it is. But anyways, that's pretty much the best explanation I can put. It's kind of complicated to explain how a dreamer wants to help a pessimist. But yeah, that's pretty much the best way I can explain it. Anyways, I've rambled on too much about the pessimist. Let's move on forward to the realist. Okay, so realist people are sort of a little easier to explain, or although they do have sort of the same elements that a pessimist has. A pessimist is pretty much negative, pretty much 90% of the time. But the realist will be positive in some ways, but they will still try to bring down their dreams because they know they cannot achieve their dream. I usually stay away from realist people, but also listen to what they have to say because I always say that whenever somebody is just bashing on your dreams, it just proves how badly they don't want you to achieve it. It's pretty much, their words are pretty much an obstacle that are testing you to see if you really are ready for your dream. If you believe in God, the realist is usually the person that is trying to test you to see if you're ready to move on forward to the next point. And yeah, that leads me to my other topic, which is the opportunist. All right, so pretty much the opportunist, it's sort of the manipulator. He's sort of like the person that it's very, very inspiring. He wants to achieve his dream, but it's pretty much willing to do anything that it takes to achieve his dream. He doesn't give a shit about anything. He's sort of Machiavellian. Now, obviously, you can't do everything in the world by being nice. That is just a hard truth because not everybody has the same point of view. But the opportunist pretty much takes this to another level. The opportunist is willing to go, like he doesn't really have honor. He doesn't really give a shit about his pride. These are usually people that will just use you, and then they will just, dispatch of you because they pretty much don't need you into their life. I consider these people as, they're pretty much treating you like tools. So obviously you should definitely stay away from them. I can usually spot an opportunist pretty quickly, which leads me to my other topic that I want to talk about. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't catched on so far, I'm pretty much saying that I stay away. I don't like pessimists. I don't like realists. I also don't like opportunists. And yeah, like I said, I'm going forward to my next topic, the optimistic person. What is an optimistic person? Okay, so optimistic people are pretty much people that you have to be with. I say, like I said, I don't like pessimists, I don't like realists, I don't like opportunists, but optimistic people, I sort of do like them at a certain extent, of course, and I will explain that, of course, in a little bit. Optimistic people are people that they have dreams, they know what they have to do, they have a plan, they have a vision, but they pretty much talk the talk and don't walk the walk. Optimistic people, from my point of view, or how I rate, I guess, how I rate optimistic people, because of course they could be optimistic people in your thoughts that you think that they're sort of like the dreamer type of people. But anyways, from my point of view, yes, optimistic people are usually the people that talk the talk but don't walk the walk. In other words, people that will tell you that, I'm going to use my friend as an example, Crazy Cuban. Now he tells me he's going to upload a new video every week, but he doesn't upload a new video every week. He has a dream, right? He has a vision for his dream, but he pretty much just doesn't go through it all the way. He doesn't go through it through a certain extent. A quote says you can make $1 million or you can make a million excuses. All right. And another example, it's my boy Jay. He wants to control his anger, but when he's angry, guess what? He's not controlling it. I'm sorry, Jay. I love you, but this is the truth, and I need an example of this. Now, am I saying that optimistic people cannot be dreamers? No. I used to be optimistic, and I turned into a dreamer. The reason for this is because I realized what I was doing. I was talking the talk, but I wasn't walking the walk, and it was time for me, to sort of grow up and start taking action into my dream, start achieving it, which leads me to my final topic, the dreamer. What is a dreamer? Okay, so a side note real quick, I did say I was going to explain why I like optimistic people to a certain extent. Mainly because I want optimistic people to achieve their dreams. I want optimistic people to turn into dreamers. I want all my friends to achieve their dreams, and that's why I said that I like optimistic people to a certain extent. Because they're not dreamers, and I really, with all my might, I want them to become dreamers. All right, now a dreamer is pretty much a person that knows what its purpose is. A dreamer will deal with a lot of obstacles, a lot of people telling him that he's gonna fail. A lot of realists giving him excuses that his dreams can't come true. Pretty much a dreamer is a person that I guess sort of deals with a lot of bullshit, but no matter how much bullshit he deals with, no matter how many times he fails, he's still going to achieve his goal, his dream, his vision, all that stuff. An example of a dreamer is definitely Steve Jobs and people like Walt Disney and all that stuff. I mean, think about it. What's the first person that comes to mind when you think about successful people? It's most likely Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or any of these guys. Why? Because they actually found out what their vision in life was, and they achieved it and they followed it no matter what. An example, Walt Disney, they told him that he wasn't creative enough, and then he drew Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse pretty much expanded into the Disney parks and all this crazy stuff. And yeah, now if he would have been alive, he would have probably been one of the richest men on the planet. So guys, I just want to say this, Salvajee Speaks is not a series to feed my ego. It's called Salvajee Speaks because I'm finally speaking up. All my friends always told me, listen, you have to be sort of making these inspirational videos on YouTube, and I didn't want to make them because I was sort of afraid that people were going to tell me that I wasn't old enough. But I'm finally speaking up, and I'm finally making these videos. So like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more. Peace.